Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. So we have finally made it to the last day of our Disney vacation, and boy did it was a whirlwind. Did it take a different route than we thought? Yes. Let's get started and we're going to discuss that final day. So we finally arrived at our last day of vacation. We got up, Sam finished loading the car. Thumbs down, sad face, 10 out of 10, do not recommend. Minus the things like tablets, cords, things like that I didn't want to go into the car, or I needed to know where they were because they're like the cords that we plug into the car to like charge our phones, use GPS, that kind of thing. We headed to the food court. We both got breakfast. Sam got the bounty platter. I had the kids' Mickey waffle platter. And we shared the bacon and sausage and stuff, and we both splurged and got orange juice. And we refilled our resort mugs. And I will tell you, and I know this is going to be a discussion in a later video, but even if you are not on the Disney dining plan, so you are paying for the mugs out of pocket, buy the mugs if you are going to be spending any amount of time on property. Because if you are taking a break at one of the resorts, wandering around, you can fill it up. At $5 for a soda, and the cups are roughly $5, as long as you fill it up 6 times, you've paid for it. Just saying. So we spent a little bit more time wandering around the lobby area, enjoying the Christmas decor before we hit the road for home. We had been on the road for a couple hours. We were off kind of the side where we turned off. We're onto the main to head north to Georgia. And Sam goes, "Are we really ready to leave Florida?" And I kind of looked at him like, "Are you nuts?" "Yeah, we're in the car. We've been in the car for like 3 hours. What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Well, I almost said something this morning about maybe we could just go to Disney Springs for a little while and just not leave quite yet." You could have voiced this thought at breakfast, but okay. So we kind of hem and hawed about it, and we were coming up on an exit. Now it's sure, let's do it. Why not? One of the things that I am not known for is spontaneity. And we were spontaneous. I mark it on the calendar. So we pulled off an exit, stopped at a gas station. I changed clothes because I was in like comfy clothes. I was in t-shirt without a bra because I was not wearing one in the car. Pajama pants, all that kind of stuff. So threw on a sweatshirt, went into the gas station, changed back into shorts, undergarments, tank top. We turned around and headed back to Orlando. So it was like, what are we doing? I think we both felt comfortable enough to do it because we weren't really on any time schedule to get home. It wasn't like some of the other times where we've rolled it back in on a Sunday and we go to work the next day. We literally were on Christmas vacation for the next 2 weeks. So I think that kind of helped the spontaneity portion of that. But when we got to Disney Springs, after we got the car parked, our first stop was the bathroom because we both really had to pee. Thank you to Splitsville Luxury Lanes for allowing us to use the bathroom. We kind of roamed around Disney Springs. One of the things I kind of had said, I guess, on the road that made Sam think about it was I was like, "Oh, we never went to the M&M store when we were in Disney Springs." So we went to the M&M store and we found the cutest matching mugs. There's 2 of them, obviously, because they're matching. But they say Disney Springs. They've got the M&M store on them. And but they have Mickey and Minnie on them. Sam calls them the mustard mugs because one is red and one is yellow, like ketchup and mustard. But we only paid like $20 for both mugs. They were like in a set. So if you're looking for an inexpensive Disney mug and you don't care that it has the M&M stuff on it, you don't care that it just says Disney Springs, you are just like, oh, well, I wanted a cheap, you know, Disney mug, head to the M&M store. I can't guarantee this, so we'll still have them, but it's definitely worth checking. After that, we decided to grab some lunch, and if you will remember from earlier on the trip, the line at Polite Pig, like on Sam's birthday, was so long. Both times we went that we ended up not eating at Polite Pig. We're like, we'll give it a shot. We can always go back to Chicken Guy, but we'll give it a shot. But the line actually really wasn't too bad. I think we only stood in line for like 10 minutes. But here's the thing, we weren't super hungry because we had only eaten like 2.5 to 3 hours, you know, 4 hours-ish. Like, it was, you know. So, we ended up both getting the oh, Lord have mercy, I can't even talk today. The pulled pork kids slider meal. And we both chose the waffle fries. And it also came with a kids drink. And Polite Pig is one of the locations at Disney Springs that does have refills. Chicken Guy is another one, just FYI. So we were really happy with the amount of food. And it was actually really good. And I will insert the picture of our lunch right here. So after we ate lunch, we wandered around World of Disney, and then we headed into the Disney Springs Basin to do one last hand scrub before we actually left. Again? Finally? Meh. We did make a quick stop into Amorette's and got a couple of brownies and a cookie to share on the road. Side note, we actually didn't end up eating those until we got home. But it was kind of a nice way to end the trip there and continue the trip at home. So something to think about if you're on your trip. I also think you're going to see the Disney Springs portion of this in our travel vlog. But because it actually happened on this day as well, I wanted to cover it here as well. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video, which is the travel video. Now, enjoy the very short photo montage from our spontaneous Disney Springs morning.